Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with week 2 of my September mini series using cut files. And today I am going to be using the Ginny Collection from Felicity Jane. I am going to be using most of the papers with this collection, and what I ended up doing is I cut a piece of white paper for my background, 10 by 10, and then I am going to kind of do a double border, I guess, and back the white paper with this kind of orangish coral paper, I guess you could call it, and then do a overall border. But I didn't want to waste the inside of this paper, and so I actually do gut it. Took me a second really to figure out, I guess, how much to take off in the middle, if that makes sense. But it ends up working out just fine. And so I'm actually going to wait to border because of what I'm going to do with the white paper. I decided to use the papers and cut strips. I believe they're 2 inches and 1 inch thick, and I am going to angle them on the paper here. I just absolutely love the colors of this collection, and just thought it works well with my photos. My photos are very, very colorful and tell a crazy story, I guess, kind of. But this is where I decided that backing it later was going to be a lot easier for me, because I knew that I was going to have excess on the edges, and having it kind of backed was not going to really work very well with me, with my plan. So I distressed the outside of the inner part because I thought that's what I was using. I don't know, brain fart there. So I decided to back that, and because I thought I was using the inner part, I put tape all over. So you will see me, I grabbed 2 white scraps out of the trash and put it over the tape that is just on the back of the page, because what I'm doing is gutting the border, the main border there, and that means the tape is just hanging out. So here's where I cover that up, and here is kind of the plan for the photo and the title. So the photo is my dad and my youngest at an auto repair shop. The title is The Story. It actually is a cut file I got from one of the Not Just for Boys kits, but the pictures, I guess I should say, just tells a story, and it's definitely one I'm going to need to document a lot of. So what I decided to do with the cut file is actually make it into a shaker pocket. And so I actually found a 6x6 sheets of acetate at Michael's, and I think it's actually the first time that I'm using them, but it works great. And then I had to figure out what to back that with, and I actually decided to use a pink piece of paper instead of white, and I really like the way that that looks. The pink is from the kit as well, which, if you're new to Felicity Jane, I like their paper packs because you get the paper, but then the pattern paper, but then you also get 2 sheets of plain colored paper as well, and each side of the paper is a different color that coordinates with the collection. So I glued half of the pink paper on, left the top open so that I could pour in some of the sequins, and then glued the top bit round, and so the sequins can't come out now. Took a little bit, but really like how that looks. and it's just really fun. And like I said, this picture tells quite the story. And so you'll see kind of how I decide to document on this layout. So here is, I decided to add, I wanted another strip of paper, and this is why I decided to wait to border, because it was quite difficult cutting off the excess on the edges. But like I said, the story, or the pictures tell a story, so I needed to figure out how to journal, and journal a lot. So what I'm going to do is actually pop up the cut file on foam tape, leaving space though for a tag that I can journal on. And so I grabbed my close to my heart tags, and I'm going to cut one out of white. I would have preferred a pattern, if I'm going to be completely honest. However, I know that I have a lot of journaling to do, and so if I did the tag in white, I have the front and the back to journal on. And I actually do off camera cut another tag and add it, because like I said, lots of journaling on this. So here are the other photos for page 2, and I'll just try to quickly tell the story while you watch, I guess. So these photos are from my dad's birthday this year. We were actually in Florida visiting my sister, and on the way to surprise my dad with a fun adventure, my van decided to break down, and we ended up spending 5 hours in the auto repair shop. So needless to say, our plans for my dad's birthday were ruined, but we made the best of it. We were together as a family. We were just missing the son-in-laws, but we were together as a family. I could not have asked the boys to behave any better than they did. We were in air conditioning. I don't know. We were just very well taken care of and just enjoyed our time. So this definitely something that just needs to be documented, because my dad spent his birthday in the automotive repair shop. Poor guy. But it is what it is. And like I said, we were taken care of, we were safe, and that's all that really matters. But anyway, so that's the kind of the story. You can see I end up backing all the photos and then double back them. In each photo I decided to use a different paper, because I did want to kind of incorporate the papers from page 1 onto page 2 somehow, and I thought if I backed them kind of with those papers, it would at least bring some more color to the layout. So I am going to kind of overlap them like you saw. It just is a good way to, get a lot of photos on one page. And so I do overlap them and really like the way that that looks. Fills up that space really well. And then I do end up using the border strip just on the bottom, again, just to add some more color to page 2. And because this is his birthday, I did grab a few embellishments from other Felicity Jane collections, these two being a couple of them, the birthday and the happy. Happy came from the Sarah collection, and the birthday came from the Tori collection. So I just thought that was appropriate. Totally not your normal birthday layout, but it works for us. That's how he spent his birthday. So and I just ended up going through the embellishments, the die cut shapes from the Ginny collection, and added that kind of notebook paper to the left of the smaller photo on that page, and then added the floral stick, or the flower, to the happy birthday. And then there's like these sequins looking dots, and added 2 of those to the flower on the bottom right of the page. And then just really had to figure out now how to embellish. So I did go over to the Tori collection because it is birthday, and found these 2 kind of strips here, the scallops, and then that like teal tab says happy 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 So I did add that there. And then I am going to end up adding some more of those sequins looking bits to the left of that cluster there. And then there are 2 more clusters to finish off the layout. So I ended up adding a cluster to the top left of the photo on page 1, and I figured with the title there, my embellishments then make a triangle. And so I was actually really happy with how that turned out. The Ginny Collection has these layered stitched stars, and so I decided to add those into the layout. And then on page 2 I added that star and then a puffy sticker that says remember and some more of those little sequins bits. But I think that is actually going to finish out the layout then. I hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely had a lot of fun with this layout. And I'm trying to come up with different ways to use cut files. A lot of times what I'll do is just back them. If you missed last week I did a lot of mixed media behind the cut file, and then this week it's a shaker pocket. I'm sure I'll kind of back one of the last 2, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll stick around for the rest of the mini series, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.